Hi, my name is Marie. I'm with Aspired Elements, and I want to talk to you today about alignment principles. These principles are principles that I have learned when I was a physical therapy tech, when I did sports medicine, when I worked as a massage therapist, when I worked with a chiropractor, also physical therapists. Any doctor that is manipulating the body will typically know these principles. And they're also principles that I learned in yoga. So I want to just go over them really quickly with you because they're a foundational practice. It's something foundational that you should be doing in your body, and it's important, and it makes a huge difference in your practice. It helps you have much better alignment, and you'll be less likely to have injuries and the imbalances that we typically go into yoga with. We're not symmetrical. Most of us are asymmetrical. So we have parts of us that are more balanced than other parts. And as we practice yoga and any type of exercise, we want to become more integrated. We want to be more connected to ourselves so that the body is functioning as a unit. So these principles are called loops and spirals. And I'm going to talk about the spirals first because they're easiest to understand. Spirals are basically internal rotation and external rotation. So in your arms, internal rotation is rotating in, external rotation is rotating out, and the same goes for your legs. So here's my leg, I'm internally rotating, externally rotating. That's what that looks like. And you would do that in the poses. So for example, if you're doing a pose, like let's do a warrior pose. I'm doing a warrior pose. So say I'm doing warrior two, I'm opening up. So I'm going to internally rotate my lower leg, but I'm going to externally rotate my upper leg. Okay, and then in the front here, I'm actually going to be internally rotating through the shin and externally rotating the upper leg here. Okay, so you have all these, those are loops. Those are the spirals. We'll talk about the loops here in a second. So the loops are also really important. And I did a little diagram for you so you can see it. So basically, they move in this figure 8 type of motion. And these are actual forces that move through the body. And they're really important. And I talk about it in my class all the time. The figure 8 is actually not symbolic. It is an important movement that even when we're doing Ayurveda, because I do Ayurveda as well, even when I'm doing Ayurveda, the figure 8 is important because it creates balance. In Qigong and Tai Chi, the figure 8 creates balance. It's bringing that feminine energy and masculine energy together and integrating them. And that's what we want. We want to have as much integration as possible. So the loops and spirals, here's what they look like. So loops are going to be moving in this direction or this direction. So I'm just going to focus on the most important parts of the loops. That's your pelvic loop, which is tailbone is down in neutral, pointing down towards the floor, and then it moves in this circular action, right? If I were to go the opposite direction, it would look like this. But I'm going to do an internal loop that draws my tailbone down and up, okay? So that's pelvic loop. Kidney loop, so your kidneys are back here. Kidney loop is drawing the navel in, so the navel goes in and then up. So when I teach my class, I always cue everybody, draw the navel in and lift it up to the ribs. I'm asking them to do the kidney loop. Draw the navel in, lift it up into the ribs. So now it's in and up. Pelvic loop, down and up. Kidney loop, in and up. So it's opposite. They balance each other. Shoulder loop is the next one. Shoulder loop makes a lot of sense. When you come to attention, and your shoulders go back behind you, right? You come to attention. The chest lifts. The shoulder blades go on the back. Okay, so that is shoulder loop. But I will tell you, One of the things that happens in class all the time is we move through these steps, people do shoulder loop, and then bloop, they lose their kidney loop. So often when you go into shoulder loop and you get those shoulder blades on the back and the chest is open, you have to come back and revisit kidney loop, drawing the navel in and lifting it back up. Engage it again, because people will often release the kidney loop once they do the shoulder loop. So you want to make sure you have both. Then head loop is the last one that we're going to talk about. Head loop is the same action as kidney loop, in and up. So instead of our chin being out here, which would be like this direction, we want the chin and the back of the head to move back. So your jaw moves back and then comes up. So it's moving in this action. Okay. So let's go through it really quick. Pelvic loop, tailbone down, pelvic loop, kidney loop, in and up, going this direction, shoulder loop, same as pelvic loop, same direction, up and down, come back to the kidney loop, revisit it, in and up, and then head loop. It goes in and up, just like kidney loop. And those are your alignment principles, and they will help you throughout your practice. So when you're doing Warrior 2, I am going to do my inner spiral, outer spiral, right? But now I'm going to be doing my pelvic loop here. I'm drawing my kidneys in, drawing my navel in so that I'm doing kidney loop, shoulder blades on the back, that's shoulder loop, and then head moves back, and then I turn. Those are the alignment principles. Okay. So hopefully that was helpful for you. If you'd like to check out any other videos, please visit my website, or you can go to my YouTube channel, and it's Aspired Elements. Thank you so much.